Ladies and gentlemen, this is a dip buying opportunity. What are you waiting for? This is what you wanted. You wanted a pump and then the dump so you can buy the dip. I think accumulation here, add some at 4.30s, then add some more down here at support 3.80s. And then if it does come down to 3 to 330, add more to your position. If you want to have a stop loss at the low down here at $3.01, that is up to you. On you what you want to do when it comes to taking either the loss and then repositioning lower, or you just hold the position and wait for everything to come back up. We are yet again being sold off on the markets because of good old Iran and US, and there was no Trump taco last week. There was no Trump taco, so the market just dumped. It's funny, the one time we don't get a taco, we go all the way down again. So nothing more than opportunity to buy the dip. If you guys didn't see the Trump tweet, Trump did say, hey, stock market's supposed to go up, not down. He was like not very happy about the price action last week. It was pretty funny. He's like, wait, it's supposed to go up, not down. Grr. So hopefully we get a taco. Hopefully we get a taco this week. He's just doing what he always does. He goes back and forth, back and forth. Oh, yeah, we're working out a deal with Iran. In negotiations next week for sure, tomorrow for sure, 3 weeks from now. It's just been rinse and repeat for 6 months now, it seems. That's pretty incredible that he could keep it up for this long. Goddamn. But Bbai, right? This is why I tell people to be careful chasing, because you end up buying all the way up there at $5. So it did get rejected here at the white line and got pushed down. So that white line is acting as support back then. You can see, right? It came down to this white line and acted as a support. It was holding the stock price up. It acted as a ground. Now it's acting as a ceiling. It is holding Bbai back. So take advantage, because you guys just saw what I've been telling you. The stock price fluctuates around these lines, whether it's the white one, purple, yellow, it doesn't even matter. There's these lines, the price goes around it. That's all you need to know, right? So while you are under this line, these arbitrary lines, which for some reason the strategy works, well, it works because you're not buying the top, right? If you buy at the white line, you're not buying all the way up here like a fool at $9, holding a big bag all the way down 50% probably, now that I think about it. So I think you are buying cheap. You are buying while it's technically undervalued based on the strategy that we use here, the fluctuation around this arbitrary line. When you buy down here, you're buying low. When you're buying above, you're buying high up here, right? So I think it's a buy. Accumulate it down here. Hold for $5 if you want the quick flip at around 540. If it finally gets that breakout above 540, we can move to around 650 and then potentially back to 7s and 9s. So it's up to you how you want to go about it. You can either scale out or you can take profit at the key levels that I just gave you, or you can hold for $9. We've never been able to get above 10. I think we teased it last time over here. We teased it. Yeah, we got above 10 for like a brief second, like 10.36. And then, yeah, we just, look at this. We just sold off. Right, we just had a ton of red days. So we've never been able to get over 10, so I don't think you want to be too greedy, right? You don't want to be like, no, I'm not going to sell unless it goes to exactly $10, $12, whatever. Right? Have a game plan. Maybe you sell some at $10 or $9 and then hold some in case it does finally break above 10 and hold up above it, right? That's the big that's been the big level up here. $10 has been keeping us from going higher. It's been a really big level. So it's up to you how you want to go about it. I think scale into the position, right? Buy some here, add some more as it goes down. I think that's the way to go about it in this market. It's just really difficult to time things. The only way you don't have to, if you don't want to worry about timing, just scale in, really. Honestly, with this kind of market, man, just scale in. I'm sure Trump will say something in the future about, hey, we're taking stakes in Jones stocks again. Like, I'm sure that'll happen, and BBI will get its pump. So yeah, that's kind of what, if you guys haven't noticed, that's kind of how the government has figured out, hey, just make an announcement that we're going to take a stake, or we're going to get involved into, this specific sector. And then those sectors pump. They've already done it, I think, twice with defense. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's done it twice already. He's just rotating, right? He's just kind of rotating. He's figured out. Trump has figured out. Hey, this week I'll say, hey, we're going to take a stake in AI, and next week I'll say, hey, we're going back to rare earth elements, and next week, now we're going to, buy Dell or buy AMD or whatever, right? Like he's already figured out how to make stocks go up. That's why he was upset last week. Like, hey, wait a minute, why are we going down? What? That shouldn't be happening, because he wants to look good going into midterms, and he sure as hell wants to look good pretty much all the time. So, guys, I think don't overthink it. I think we're in for a bit of pain, mainly because if we look at the historical pattern here, when did Joe Biden become president? Around 2020? Yeah. So when Joe Biden became president, there was a bit of a rally here. And then what happened after Joe Biden, after that initial rally, after Joe Biden became president, what happened? Bam! We dropped so hard. We dropped from 16 to 58 cents. So, isn't that interesting? Does this go, Bbai doesn't go that far back, unfortunately. So, Trump became president, right, last year, January, right? Look what happened, right? We bottomed out in April. Huge rally, and since then we've been tanking. So the presidential cycles, according to the presidential cycles, if you believe in that theory, if you believe in these cycles, the theory is that a new president comes into office, the stock market rallies initially, and then during midterm years, which this is a midterm year, the stock market underperforms and it just looks terrible and awful and garbage, and it doesn't really do much of anything. And that's exactly what we're seeing, right? It was a great year last year. Then we started taking in October. And since then, it's just kind of been pretty, It hasn't been that great. It hasn't been that great, guys. Let's be real. The only way you're making money is if you're, big money, I should say, is if you're chasing when they announced, hey, buy this sector. We're going to take a stake in quantum, right? If Trump says buy Dell, AMD, whatever, that's the only way you're going to chase and make big bucks. It's a very different kind of market. It's not the sleepy Joe Biden market. You got to pay attention to what that man says, and you got to pay attention to any news with regards to the government taking a stake in a specific sector. So that aside, this is not behaving like I thought it would. I thought it was going to behave like pure utter garbage, but it's not pure utter garbage. It's a real company. It's a real business. It does get contracts. Hopefully we get one once we go into third quarter and beyond. And so overall, I'm not bearish on it anymore. I think we're going to hold up here above threes, and it's just going to go sideways, because that's what it's been doing since we came down here into the $3 to $4 range back in February 2026. So there you go. March, April, May, June. 4 months already of just going sideways here. That's fine. That's cool. Obviously, we prefer to be in a bull run where everything just goes up, woo, $10, woo, and then it tanks really hard, and then, oh my God, here we go to $10 again, woo. Like, that's what we want. We want this again because that's the easiest money ever, because it just keeps going up. As long as you're not buying the peaks, right? If you're buying down here close to this arbitrary line that I was telling you guys, man, does it love to come down here and give you opportunity every single time for that nice 40, 60, 80, 100% pump. Whereas down here, it's just kind of, it's okay. There's money to be made, 20, 30% for sure. But, we're looking for that 50 to 100% like back in the old days. But again, I'm not bearish anymore. I'm not going to be negative about it. I think after we needed to see how it was going to behave down here before I could say anything with regards to it being trash or being a buy. I think it's a buy now. It's proven itself to be able to hold here at 3 and above. So I give it the buy. I already told you where to sell. It's up to you how you want to sell. That's it for the video. I will see you in the next one.